Title. Alright, we got our start person just in time for all this to officially kick off. Welcome everyone to week 2 of this pain. No, just kidding, it's not pain. This race season. It could end up being pain, but who knows? We can't label it pain just yet. But as always, I'm joined by, well, not always joined by. I'm joined always by one of them, and the other one's a little bit newer here. I'm always joined by Mr. Sammy, who's running around somewhere.
I'm here.
And I'm also joined by Mr. Landon Weil, who's stepped up to the broadcast booth for
Hello.
VNS this season after moving up. Well, if you missed last week, we're just going to do a quick rundown. First time driver in the VNS season. Never drove here whatsoever. Goes out and wins the race. He has a perfect 100% win rating. Which, I don't know if he can do it again. We'll definitely have to see after 75 laps here. Auto Club's a lot different than Daytona. Still 2 miles, but it's a little bit draft dependent, but not as bad. It's more about how well you can get into corners, how well you can stick it. If you can get off the corners very well without getting loose. And if you can handle the bumps going down the backstretch, that is the main issues I would mention here at Auto Club. Anyone else have any, what's bad about Auto Club that you could think about?
I got one big one.
The apron.
The apron in turn 1 is going to be the most treacherous part of the track. It has been in every single league race I've ever had the chance to run here. At some point tonight, there's going to be a restart, and they're going to go into turns 1 and 2, and someone within the top 6 rows is going to clip the apron, spin, and take out everyone behind them. It's going to be chaotic. Not surprising at all, though. That's kind of what happens when you race here at Auto Club. It's all about the draft, and it's all about dodging the apron in turns 1 and 2.
Indeed, it is actually in 3 and 4. You can actually run the apron and get away with it. You can actually make passes on the apron. It's a lot different for 3 and 4. 1 and 2, you touch it all, you might be going around in a bad way.
Yeah. Well, let's move on to our weekly predictions. Lyle, since you're still new here, we'll let you get first pick for this week.
Well, I actually have to look at the qualifying order because I genuinely do not know who's racing besides the pole sitter, Caleb Buckner. Congrats to him, by the way. I'm gonna go with Sebastian Kugelon this week. Sebastian, I think he has like 3 Auto Club wins total. I don't know, but back in VRC Season 6, VNS Season 5, he swept the whole weekend for Auto Club, and Auto Club's always been one of his best tracks. So I believe he can get it done again tonight and potentially get his final OMA career win, unless he can keep that Watkins Glen streak up later in the season in VRC.
Very good pick.
I agree with the pick.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid pick. Do you want to get next pick, Evil?
Sure. I'll say I'm gonna go with someone I actually never have picked before. It's not who you'd think I'd probably pick either. I'm gonna go Mr. Parker Ness. He moved down to VNS full season after being beat up in BRC. I'm not trying to pick on him or anything, but that's just how the story actually was. He was very good at Daytona. I mean, obviously he didn't get the result that he wanted, but I think he can continue that momentum, and he might end up winning today.
Very, very bold picks there, but I think someone has to take the pole sitter here. I'm going to Caleb Buckner in the 94, first race for All-American Motorsports. He's going to have a tough challenge ahead of him, though, because he's got guys like Parker Ness and Sebastian Kukulon in the field, so this won't be easy for him tonight. He's got a whole horde of cars behind him. First start of the season, a whole lot of unknowns, but I got faith in Caleb tonight. I think he goes and gets the deal sealed.
And so speaking of that, like AAM in general, I mean, they said they won Daytona off a last, not I'm not even like a last lap pass. I mean,
Last lap
he was
defense.
like two, yeah, lap lap defense. I think it's up there. It's like 10 to go, I believe, something like that.
Um,
And then Caleb Buckner comes out and gets pole after Hunter East wins in that car. So 94 continues its dominance in the first 2
Looking strong
weeks.
for tonight.
Oh, well, I just found out that Drew is racing and none of us picked him. So there's that.
Oh
uh,
boy. Wait,
on it,
how can Drew race?
the first race in VNS apparently doesn't count. So,
Yeah, it doesn't count. It's
wish I knew
for
that.
1 each. So you can race Daytona and race one more.
Yeah. Um, and you got, hold on, are you guys able to include your audio on my stream real quick, just in case?
I
I'm
don't have a box if you started it.
Yeah.
I started it. Alright, it's fine.
I don't have a box for it.
It's fine, I just have it there for another POV, just in case something happens. I will be right back.
We'll go through our starting lineup very shortly. Is there any like storylines we need to look at? I mean, like our top three last week was not your average top three. I mean, Hunter East came in out of nowhere. He wins. Drew, I mean, yeah, we know he's the most winningest driver in VRC history now. He finished second, and Jackson Stotts was third. I mean, some names you don't really hear about too much up there. I really think we might better continue that streak. Maybe there might be one name instead of two or three, but I think we can continue that streak with someone here tonight. I just don't know who it might be.
One manufacturer definitely keep an eye out for, though, is the Toyota seem to have a really good alliance going on. But yet again, in saying that, I think it's going to be a very Toyota-Chevy season because the Toyota's got a huge shot in the arm after being almost non-existent last season in VNS and VRC. So Toyota got a huge pump in the arm with AAM coming in, No U Motorsports coming in or switching from HFR to No U and Toyota and everything, and then GHR switching to Toyota. So Toyota got a lot of help in this series, and then Fords are still struggling a little bit, but you got a whole bunch of Chevrolets and a whole bunch of Toyotas. So I think it's going to be between those two primarily for not only the Manufacturers Championship, but for the Drivers' Championship.
Indeed it will, and I mean, every car is running the full season. Might not be, let's say, the same driver. Some have part-time drivers for like the full season. There's like 3 or 4 in rotation. But it's still definitely possible for the Owner Championship, as you mentioned, but they're all going to get in their spots here. Let's go through our starting lineup real quick. As we mentioned, Caleb Buckner on pole in a 94, continues the dominance of 94 so far this season. Wesley Farrell, after his very good Daytona showing, he's up in second for the starting lineup here today. Third is Mr. Gene Hafferty after he signed with No U Motorsports. And Patrick McKeek, also of No U Motorsports, completes row 2.
A lot of Toyotas inside that top 5.
And row 3 sees the return of the 99 with Sebastian Kuko on. And Joni Hannon in 6, who unfortunately broke his headset. I mean, I feel like I have to say that. I mean, it's just a stat we have to say. I mean, but he's starting 6th, but without a headset here today. 7th, Shabika Wamana. 8th, Brad Qualls. 9th, Brandon Stockless. 10th, David Hanks. 11th, Parker Ness. 12th, Jackson Stott. 13, Patrick Garrett. 14, Colin Teague. 15,
Matthew Leggett.
Matthew Leggett, okay.
And 16th is MJ Cerullo. 17th is the 5 of Vincenzo Icavazzi. 18th is last week's defending winner of the 92 of Hunter East. He got signed to OCM Racing after his win at Daytona last week, so he's looking to back up his win with another one here tonight. And then 19th is the 3 of Steven Oberstadt. And then last is the winningest driver officially in OMA history after his Daytona 250 win last week, Drew Jewell. As we come to the restart box here, that come green flags in the air. We are racing here at Auto Club.
Indeed, we are 94. Caleb Buckner gets a very good start. He's going to jump into the outside, cover both lanes. He's going to go back into turn 1 with the lead as everyone's going to follow until, let's see if anyone tries to kill the apron here. Doesn't look like they will this turn.
Looks like they all steer clear of the apron for turns 1 and 2 as Buckner with a commanding lead down the backstretch as he pulls his Toyota teammate of Jaden Halferty. He does, but Wesley Farrell covers him off very well. Halferty kind of has to bail out of it almost as Kukulon goes 3 wide. He tried to take P2, but Farrell on the outside is probably going to get the momentum on exit.
Farrell with some momentum going to clear back for second, but he's going to have a decent little way to get back to Caleb Buckner, who's going to lead lap 1, lap 2, but lap 1 of green flag racing at least.
As we head back down to the turns 1 and 2 right now, Caleb Buckner looking very confident in that 94 Toyota Supra, followed by the raging Camaro of Wesley Farrell right now. Farrell seems to be trying, not really following Buckner down the back straightaways when he goes to break the draft, because I think it's on high draft tonight, so it doesn't really matter if you try to break the draft or not. The guy behind you is going to get a huge run, as we see right here out of turn 4. Here comes Wesley Farrell for the lead. He looks to the outside, side by side cross line. Buckner leads the lap, but now he's going to have to play on the defense in the 1 and 2.
Yeah, the inside's where you prefer to be going into corners, but you could always pinch the guy down on the inside if you're using the outside. And he's going to try a crossover here coming out too.
Yeah, I talked to Caleb Buckner before the race, and he was just telling me about how his car was struggling to turn even in qualifying. So definitely expect this 94 to not be up to par early on, as he's going to need to make some adjustments as along with a lot of these guys as they come out of turn 4.
Coming out turn 4, Caleb looking for the lead once again, but Wesley's going to end up leading lap 5 here.
Oh.
They're getting aggressive.
He almost spun out there. I'm not even joking.
Buckner getting aggressive with it in the turns 1 and 2 as Farrell almost misses his line on the outside lane.
Here comes Sebastian Kukulon behind the 11.
Sebi's acting like he didn't retire at all. He still looks in the middle of his prime. Sebi rocking the high lane right now, looking like he's going to get around the 94 Buckner into 3 and 4. But a great corner entry
Well,
for
he
Buckner.
thought about it. He thought about going for second. Now he
We got
might
one-
lose third to
We
Jimmy
got one
Hannon.
car on the wall out of turn 4. 21
Pick
car.
the 21 back there with Patrick Garrett.
Oh, one car in the grass hitting the wall.
Oh, who
That
was that?
is-
That's Vincenzo Ecavazzi.
Oh, he's not going to be very happy about that.
Vinny is not very happy. Someone had to make contact with him. He's not going to be very happy. He gets it back going, though, in that 5 car for Dr. Perky Incorporated. First team this season. They're new here in the VNS series, looking to make it big in OMA.
As Caleb Buckner goes to the
94 's gonna
pass.
get
11 for
Farrell trying to
Wow.
make the crossover
11 to the
move.
lead.
Here comes
11's
no
gonna
headset
keep the
Joey
lead.
O'Hagan. Gonna give a push to Caleb Buckner as opposed to a Chevy teammate. That's bold. And don't look yet, but someone has peeked his nose inside this top half of the field.
Just solid 8-car pack up here as Patrick McPeak takes Parker up the track a little bit. He won't appreciate that too much.
Look who's underneath Sebastian Kukulon now, the winningest driver in OMA history. Drew Jewell is
Wow.
now throwing his hat into the ring after starting in the back, starting dead last, already up inside the top 5 this early on.
That's Drew. I mean, that's nothing else you could say about that. This is what you come to expect anytime you see him race.
It's a great battle for the lead here.
As we got a nice little pack in the back here
Oh,
too.
Parker. Parker has had history with Wesley in league, that's for sure.
Oh,
and
Look at
Patrick
Patrick
McPeak takes him out
sent
the
it
track.
too. McPeak sent it
3
too deep,
wide.
and he's gonna spin
Oh, he's
on
gonna go with the
apron.
But here comes Drew Jewell
No,
on the
he's not.
outside.
What a
4 wide.
save.
4
They're
wide.
back for the lead down the backstretch.
They're wrecking.
Oh,
They're
they're
wrecking.
wrecking.
They're
Oh,
biting
I
a
think that might
caution.
only been one. That might only been one, I think.
They're
Yeah, that was
3
only
wide for
one.
the
We're
lead.
still green.
Great crossover
3
from
wide.
Buckner. Contact with Jewell. Kukulon's on the apron.
There's only
Does
2,
he save it?
which is still green.
Good run out of
Think
turn
that
4
helps.
now.
Drew versus Wesley. He side drafts.
Drew,
Wesley
contact.
leads that lap.
Dead even. But here comes Caleb Buckner.
Buckner's
won't
going to
make it
help
3
Drew.
wide.
I think that's probably in Buckner's best interest is to help Drew Jua. Because now he's going to have Drew helping and pull him down the backstretch, most likely, if I had to guess.
Last to first in about 9 laps. That's absolutely wild.
Drew Jua's a monster tonight, as they're 3 wide now.
Here comes David Hanks out of nowhere.
David Hanks
He sends it in. Oh, he's going up the track.
gets nudged up by Parker Ness. Parker Ness was not going to be denied by his own driver. Oh, did he turn down? Oh, a little bit of contact there with Jaden Hofferty in the 54, but it's all sorted out.
I am aware that David is running a 9 tonight, so he's quite loose, but there's something behind that.
Boy.
It's on purpose, trust me. But
I don't know why you'd run a 9 at the track like Auto Club, because he's going to be sliding out of turn 2, like right there.
Yeah, it's
He's
for something later, I suppose. So maybe we'll see something out of him.
Fighting to get a handle on the car right now until the first pit stops roll around. You see Brad Qualls making a move there on the 61 of Brandon Stockless. Good move there for Brad Qualls, new team this season.
Here comes Parker to the inside. 3 wide goes Caleb.
Oh, we got a battle for
What
the
a
lead.
run! That was a great move.
Caleb Buckner side by side for the lead with Drew Jua there for a split second. If he can get the help from Parker Ness. Parker Ness did not want to help Caleb Buckner one bit there, but Buckner getting aggressive. Good block there on Wesley Farrell. He's getting aggressive tonight. Looks like he got put in the wall. Parker's getting bullied in that 9 car.
Yeah, he doesn't take that very lightly.
He does not. Let me tell you, first-hand experience, you do not want to mess with Parker Ness. He will rough you up.
That's just the bowl. You get the 9 car horns, I guess.
You get the no aggression treatment. As Drew Jua is going to choose to pull Caleb Buckner down the front straightaway, and Buckner now hops to the outside. Looking to get some momentum here out of turn 2. Drew Jua pulls up, covers off Buckner, making sure that no runs are possible down the back straightaway.
11 car breakaway.
Oh,
7 of David Hanks hanging back in the 11th spot.
Parker Ness drops the inside of Buckner.
Oh, Colin Teague up the track a little bit back there. That group of guys is just kind of hanging back, waiting for something to happen.
They're
Not making
just sitting here
moves.
waiting.
Yeah.
They're trying to cling on to Sevy's draft right now. Make sure they don't lose him entirely.
Oh, Joni is just stove in that corner. I don't know where he was going first.
Looks like Jewel might have smacked the apron in 1 and 2. As down the backstretch, Caleb Buckner and Wesley Farrell being smart here by helping one another, not really passing Drew Jua as Wesley Farrell drops to the inside. I don't see the point in doing that. They're trying to break away and you're making moves. I don't think that's the right call. If I'm in that situation, I just push. Buckner gets shuffled to the back of the group now as Parker Ness almost makes a move on Farrell.
I was like, I'm gonna get that A off the screen and get my batteries. I didn't know it said it was dying on me.
Side by side, out of turn 2 now.
We're good.
Still side by side as this mini haha funny commercial break. Now making the move for the lead is the 11 of Wesley Farrell.
He's gonna try for a crossover.
Not content to be riding. Drew Jua is just gonna smoothly and efficiently cross him over. Now you see Buckner getting a run down the front straightaway. This is gonna be a three-wide move if I've ever seen one.
Caleb is gonna have a huge run.
Middle
here.
lane, top lane. Farrell.
A little bit of wall.
A little bit of wall there for Caleb Buckner as Wesley Farrell kind of put him up there.
Yep.
I will say Wesley Farrell is making no friends tonight.
He's not a guy that
Old
makes
Joan
friends
is around.
Oh,
Joni O'Hannon sliding out of turn 2.
I don't know if that was him getting loose or his controller
He got on the apron. I was watching him on the apron, and it took off on him.
Looks like he just got loose.
As I was saying,
fired.
Wesley Farrell is not a guy who really makes friends. He's more of a I guess I wouldn't say selfish, but that's kind of how he goes about things. Just does things on his own, and he succeeds at it. I expect him to get many wins this season. And Drew right now is a very big competition to him, especially and Parker Ness. Those
Down
two.
the back
Oh,
ooh,
ooh,
almost cut off Parker Ness there,
wow.
but he's going to keep it straight and go side by side with Drew in the 3 and 4. Drew's got to be thinking, man, what does this guy want from me? If I'm Drew, I might just let Wesley Farrell go, let him lead laps and burn fuel. The minor lags back there from Drew, but Drew's not backing down. They're dooring down the front straightaway.
They're still dooring.
Drew is not taking Wesley Farrell trying to pin him up. Drew does not like that one bit. Drew is going to give him another shot in the turns 1 and 2, letting him know that he is not happy with the way he's been driven thus far.
Drew has been buoyed these first couple
Savvy
weeks.
on the apron.
And it's only lap 17.
It is only lap 17. Wow.
We got a lot more to go.
We got a lot more fun left in this race, boys.
We still got halfway of halfway.
Trust me, if you're sitting back there around 8th or 9th, I'd be having the time of my life. I'd just be like, I mean, anything can happen, but that's where I would want to be.
Parker gets the second place on that lap, so he's technically going to be in second, going to win and probably get second. Officially, he's going to swap the track a little bit.
Drew's going to do a crossover here.
And they are getting feisty up at the front.
This is the part where Wesley's going to break away from the draft for a little bit here, I feel like.
Probably
Actually,
check out
maybe
for a
not.
second.
It depends if Parker
Look who
clears.
Look who has risen through that second pack and is now right up behind Sebastian Kuklon and Caleb Buckner. Colin Teague in that 8 car. He won a couple races last season, had a strong ending to last year, got his first win at Phoenix after being the dominant truck all night long, and now he comes to Ohio River Racing this season with something to prove. Has to prove that he deserves to be on that team, and right now he is proving that by running up inside the top 5.
Oh, Drew's on the wall.
Drew on the wall, and they all
Wow.
scatter like flies down the back straightaway, and we'll hop back in line.
Also, just
We
want
are
to
only
mention
in lap
this:
19.
the 21 of Patrick Garrett is, well, he was like about 6th, but he's running up there, doing pretty good right about now.
Good race for Patrick Garrett. It seems like this move to the Xfinity Series bodies in VNS is helping out a lot of the drivers that struggled a bit last season in the truck series with the trucks, because now they come to these Xfinity cars and you see them running a lot better than they did last season.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. The thing is that before, we just had a lot more dirtier racing, I guess. Lack of talent or something, I don't know. Something about the drivers.
They were feisty last season. You were one of them.
Well, the trucks, yeah. but Xfinity, it was worse. Miles worse. We had some clean racing here and there, but it was pretty chaotic all the way
Reminds
through.
me of my one VNS season I ran.
Oh yeah, that was a fun one. I didn't like you that season, I'll be honest.
I didn't like me that season either.
Yeah.
Good times, good times.
Here comes Colin Teague the third. I didn't even notice, but he just passed the 94 and entering 2.
Yeah, Colin Teague's been slowly sneaking his way up there. I think he might actually be one of the title favorites, and that's probably not a big surprise. He was, I think, ended up finishing third or fourth in the standings last season. And
Right now,
yeah.
oh, good move down the inside. I think these top
Parker
4 cars right here are probably like the top 4 favorites to go to Phoenix and race for a championship. Parker Ness, Wesley Farrell, Colin Teague, and Caleb Buckner. Those seem to be like the guys to watch this season when it comes to championship contention. As Wesley Farrell slides up the track, gets a handle on it, and
here comes Sebastian Kuklon to make a crossover with
that
94.
3?
He's gonna get a big run here.
Sebby with a beautiful crossover.
We got blocked.
I might have been 3. I think I saw the 20 and a 3 go around. Yeah.
Caution. Drew says caution at the line.
Oh man, that's Steven Oberstad. He had a rough opening race last week, and I saw him make some contact with the 20 out of turn 2 the previous lap. So I'm not sure if that had anything to do with it.
That's exactly what happened with it. I was trying to see if it was 2 or 3. I didn't see the third car, but They know what
Well,
they
this
know
is
what I'm more than I would just being in a voice chat.
well, this is pretty huge for Nest or not Nest Racing or High River Racing. Not bad, because now they're 1-2.
Colin Teague almost got Parker Ness at the line too, as he gets absolutely
Yep,
just
and
walled.
he just wrecked. That
he
wasn't
got
good for
walled.
his tire wear too much.
He got walled by
Well, actually, they're playing up. Yeah.
Parker there, and he'll still get a second. He'll be fine.
So So at the pit stops, across the line, we'll be at lap 24, and we'll restart on lap 25. So we'll have about like 13 laps, 12 laps to go. It'll get very feisty. I wouldn't be too surprised if someone from like a lower part of the top 10 comes out of nowhere and just shoots like a rocket. So, yeah.
As Juju is sent to the rear of the field, I believe for lagging, I'm not quite sure.
Per usual. I think he
But look at
actually
this
had
top
that last
five.
week.
So many new faces running up here. The only driver that was a series regular last season that is inside this top five is Colin Teague. Everyone else here is a rookie.
Actually, did Drew ever do DNS?
Parker Ness to rookie.
Wait, Drew isn't in here. Why am I talking about Drew? Sorry.
Everyone's coming down. You don't see anyone staying out, which is not surprising.
So, as I mentioned earlier, David I know he's doing some sort of strategy because he's got Kevin in there. So, I expect the I don't know, I expect the Ohio River guys to have some crazy, like, fast cars. So, expect David, the Teague, Parker, all those guys, even Jonah, they're going to go nuts. Whatever Kevin's had up his sleeve, because I know from last season, because I gotta admit, most of my fast cars were from his expertise, but whatever happens to these guys, it's all about Kevin here. So, it's gonna get wild.
They get doubled up quickly here. I want to ask you guys, who do you want to watch on this restart? Because I already know who I want to keep my eyes on.
Well, I want to
feel
watch.
like there's only one right answer.
I want to watch David Hanks. I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think Fabricio Lomana is also pretty good, but I don't know. We'll see.
I want to watch what the 11 of Wesley Farrell will do on this restart. Because you bet your bottom dollar, if he times this restart right, this field's going 3 wide into turn 1.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm gonna have to watch Patrick Garrett. He's been up there the entire time, and we know he's been. This is his second season racing as under the same team as Drew, so you know he's got some very helpful mentorship there.
Also, not to mention, 5th in the bottom lane, 9th place currently is Hunter East, so 92. He changed numbers because Drew signed him this week, so that'll be interesting.
Good restart there.
Wesley
Farrell timed it perfectly. You see him sticking a nose down there. He was thinking about going 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. Colin Teague probably gonna let Parker Ness in here, teammate style restart like it's a super speedway. But Caleb Buckner surging ahead on the outside lane. Beautiful run for Buckner out of turn 2, but I'm assuming Parker Ness going to pull down and help his teammate, as any good team owner would. Now they're side by side into 3 and 4. Ooh, Caleb Buckner gets out of line there with a little contact on Sebastian Kukulon. So he knocked him up out of the groove there a little bit.
And it's just a mess of cars. They're almost fully wide.
Garrett going for the top 5 in the 91 or in the 21, excuse me. Look at him go.
That's what I'm talking about.
Patrick Garrett had a very rough season last year. Looking for a rebound, looking to prove that he deserves a spot here in VNS, and he has proven that tonight as he runs up inside the top 10 in this 21 Pack Slayer Chevrolet. Caleb Buckner tried hopping out of line to make a move, and he was not favored by anybody, so he fell back a bit.
I'd like to apologize to David, because I've said I'd be watching him, and I think he's dead last now. So
Jinx,
I gotta stop
was,
watching him. I just
Landon Lyles
I don't
got
know.
the commentator curse.
Yeah, and when I said Stein would he'd win last week, he finished also dead last.
oh no.
So
They're gonna start.
I might want to shut up.
They're gonna start treating you like Darian.
Yeah, really.
OMA
what?
Darian Gilliam.
Wesley Farrell to the bottom, huge run. Got some adjustments in, so we'll definitely get the lead from here.
All right, where's the funny man?
Oh,
at?
Patrick Garrett
Let's
at the
see him.
track.
Colin Teague at the track as well. Let's see,
Yep.
where is he running at? Behind this lead group, behind Vincenzo Acavazzi lies Drew Jula in the one, looking to rebound after a EOL.
As-
That last yellow.
As Wesley gets the lead, Parker wants it right back and takes it right back. Now Wesley wants it back again.
Here comes the
These guys-
38 and the 92 of Hunter East and Johnny Lohanen. Hunter wants some
They seem to-
halfway points.
Indeed, he
Here
does.
comes
He
Teague.
drops down to the inside. 3 wide. Colin Teague sends it down the bottom. Hunter East absolutely blindsided by that one. I don't think he saw it coming.
You guys' car
Oh
setups.
my.
I don't know. I think Teague did something pretty good to his car. That was a nice one.
I don't know if we're gonna make it to halfway with what I'm seeing right now.
Oh, we are certainly
I
not going
don't-
to.
Not at all. Lap 30 out of 37 until
Oh,
halfway. Wesley Farrell
Parker
washing
Ness
up goes
gets set at
Parker
the
Ness.
track by his driver.
Oh, they're 4 wide.
As they're, oh,
Oh,
man, it's now
92.
Wesley Farrell starting to run away a little bit now.
He likes what he's
Yep.
seeing back there. It's too much
As
of a
they're
mess.
pushing hard on this high lamp, trying to get as far away from any
Look how he
sort
runs
of...
the track. Goes all the
up
way
the-
high and just arcs it
Up the
straight
track
into
goes
turn
Patrick
3.
Garrett as Caleb Buckner giving a shot to the 8 of Colin Teague. They're going to get a huge run down the front stretch on Sebastian Kukulon as Vincenzo Acavazzi, who spun earlier in the race, down the inside of Buckner, moves up to P4. What a beautiful move there from Vinny.
Wow. Oh, 94 in the wall.
They don't call him the Italian stallion for nothing, as it sounds like Caleb Buckner's the wall a little bit. Yeah, he's falling back. Juju is going to be forced to help him here. As the Italian stallion works his way forward in that 5 car for Dr. Perky Inc. This seems to be the rise of the newcomers, as you got All-American Motorsports driving well. Wesley Farrell's out front, and Dr. Perky Inc. is making a move for P3 now, as here comes Vincenzo Acavazzi.
5 laps to go, and the 99 of Sebastian Kukulon is very determined to take that lead. But here comes Vincenzo Acavazzi.
Acavazzi
Wanted
is
to take
not
second.
standing down as the Chevy train lines up on the bottom
Uh-oh.
team, trying to give him a shot. As
Guess who's here?
side by side,
Drew Jua.
Jua got his head in the conversation now.
And he's gonna get
3
squeezed.
wide for the third. Jua doesn't care. Sebi trying to side draft. To the outside, here comes Buckner. 3 wide, side by side with Kukulon. Here comes Buckner. Buckner gets knocked up out of the groove a little bit. Garrett trying to throw his hat in the ring still. As now it's Acavazzi versus the 11 of Wesley Farrell. Which, if Wesley Farrell does anything like he's been doing earlier, Vincenzo will not take that. Vinny does not like that kind of driving at all, and will let you know relatively quickly.
Patrick Garrett making a good run for the points right now, sitting 5th, making a pass on Colin Teague here.
So let's hope they play nice.
Well, they're gonna have to play
Or
nice
maybe we
now.
don't.
There's no more cautions for this halfway.
34
Oh,
and
yes.
37 cautions are off now. And Jua on the attack. If these two in second and third can sort it out, they might have a shot.
Vincenzo and Drew are really hauling up to Wesley here.
Wesley's a sitting duck right now in that 11 car. He hits the wall on the entry of 3.
These guys are coming.
Acavazzi gets a great entry. They're almost side by side out of turn 4, but Vincenzo Acavazzi has just been hounding the rear end of this 11 car as they come to 2 to go now. Great run. I don't think you can defend this if you're Wesley Farrell. These two are
Someone
working
was
together.
down pit road. I don't know if they made it or not. It looked like
Oh, Parker's around.
Oh,
off the
Parker Ness
track.
is wrecking.
I
Parker Ness gets it.
don't
Oh, that's
know.
David in the
balls.
pits.
Yeah, I don't know if David Hanks made it down pit road. I seen him go down, but I don't know if he made it to the pit line before they got to the line or not.
Coming to the white flag now.
Unfortunate for Parker Ness there.
They're side by side for second right now. This is exactly what Wesley Farrell wants to see. But if he messes up his entry like that one more time, Drew Jewell will pounce. I think if I'm Vincenzo, I help Drew Jewell. Or if I'm Vinny, I help Drew Jewell get past this 11 car. White flag in the stage, or in the halfway. Here comes Jewell to the outside, side by side for the lead. Drew Jewell's already not happy with the way he was driven by Wesley Farrell earlier.
Well, the 7's going to go a
Farrell
lap
runs
down, so we're not going to worry about anything for him.
Farrell
did.
Okay.
ran Drew out of the groove. How does Vincenzo Acavazzi react to that? Does he give him a shot down the backstretch?
Gonna get a big run. He's going to the
Vinny's-
bottom.
Vinny's gonna force him up. Here they come to 3 and 4.
He's
Here
gonna get
comes Jewell. 3 wide.
Drew's gonna give him a shot.
He's still gonna
Drew's
get a run.
good.
Still gonna
Out
get
of
a
the
run.
hole. Side by side by side out of turn 4.
Oh,
3
man.
wide.
Drew has the
3 wide from
run.
halfway. Who's gonna get there?
Come here.
Is it gonna be Jewell?
It's going to be
Yeah.
Wesley.
Farrell. Wesley
Wow.
Farrell, Drew Jewell. Oh, Drew Jewell showing his displeasure to Wesley Farrell.
And Sebastian just, he killed him. He's dead.
Farrell, Jewell,
I think Farrell went for a flip there because he kind of stopped in the middle of his tracks.
Farrell, Jewell, Acavazzi, Buckner, and I think Offerty? Possibly?
Wow, okay.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna ask someone from the... I'm not sure. No, I think it was the 99 of Sebastian Kugelon.
So Buckner and Kukulon.
Wait, no, it was the 21 of Patrick Garrett.
Buckner and
My bad.
Garrett.
Oh.
Yeah. Because David Hanks is going down pit road again, even though it's closed, but he'll be in the back anyway, so...
He's going to get a
I
lap
guess that
back,
makes
and
sense.
I guess he has a penalty anyways. So